Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us on this very hot day to explore the All Women Entrepreneurial Platform, or the AWEN platform, in partnership with Quaritig, SimplyDo and NatWest. This event is part of a wider project we've been delivering over the last 12 months to support women into their journeys into business. I'm Emily Loosemore, and I'm the Collaboration Assistant at Quaritig, and I'll be your host today. Quaritig is the leading gender equality charity in Wales, and for 30 years has been working to eradicate gender inequality. We're involved in many different projects, providing career development for women, support for businesses, the Women's Buyer Awards, Not Just for Boys projects, and the Step to Non-Exec. Unfortunately, the collaboration manager, Emma Tampling, can't be with us today, but we do have my colleague Alexia here, who has kindly stepped forward to support the event. So today we will be hearing from Paige from SimplyDo Ideas, who is going to be guiding us through the sign-up stage of the platform and demonstrate how it can be used to develop your business ideas. We also have Amanda from Business Wales, who will be talking about the resources and services available when starting up your business. You will notice your mics are muted for now, but there will be an opportunity to ask questions after each speaker has presented. So just pop questions into either the chat function on the right-hand side, or if you prefer, you can raise your hand. There's a reaction button with a little hand. You can press that and then unmute yourself to ask a question. The session will be recorded today, and the link will be sent around afterwards for everyone who was not able to attend and everyone who was on the webinar. The recording will also be added to our Make It Happen playlist on the Quaritig YouTube channel. So as it's a hot day, let's get started quickly, and I'll hand over to Paige, and she's going to share her screen.
Hi, yeah, thank you for the introduction, Emily. So essentially, I'm just going to kind of show the SimplyDo platform today and how you guys can use it to get your ideas out there and join kind of what's known as an open idea online platform. So I'm just going to drop a link in the chat. This will take you to the organizational sign-up page. It's a really simple sign-on process, just username, email, password. Shouldn't take more than 15 seconds. So I'd really encourage anybody to follow along now if possible. Just going to share my screen. So as I said, I did a link to the platform, at which point you can sign on and follow along. But once you arrive at the platform, the first area we kind of wanted to show is the Make It Happen challenge, which is what this session is about today. So to find out a bit more information about the challenge, you can click into it. There's a short explainer video which you can run through in your own time. And it just kind of shows about some of the support that the challenge can offer you if you put your ideas forward. There's kind of overview of the fact that the challenge is designed to be an open idea platform, and it's a digital space for you to put your ideas forward, share them with others, receive feedback and support, and also to build a network of other female entrepreneurs in Wales to work with and work alongside. There's a short proof of concept about a lady called Adele. She, at the start of COVID, started a business idea around an English study centre, and over the course of COVID and also kind of moving on further from this, she's been able to develop this idea, and now that is kind of a fully fledged business that she's running. And it just kind of shows that if you're able to get your idea out there, you're also able to, see your idea flourish and get the support that you need. Towards the bottom of the challenge, then you can see the ways that you can actually engage yourself. So the first thing we kind of push people to do is that if you don't quite have an idea yet, or even if you have an idea, what you can do is you can show support to others who've created ideas. You can do this by reading through some of the ideas, which I'll go through those shortly. Read through ideas that you think are interesting to you, and you can also comment on ideas with feedback, or perhaps if somebody's mentioned that they need support in a certain area and you are able to put them in contact with someone for this support, or if you are able to help them with that yourself, you can just comment and reach out to them that way. Secondly, then what you can do is, if you have an idea, and no matter how far through the development stage it actually is, it could be a really early stage business idea, or it could be something that you're actually already collaborating on, but you need some further support. What you can do is create an idea in the platform, and then once you're happy with it, you could submit it, at which point you can get the support, the liking, the comment, the feedback from others inside the organization. So I'm just going to run through how to do that now. it's highly signposted on the challenge, but you just click create your idea. Once you're inside of an idea, what you can do is you can just kind of follow the template. This is just a black paper template. Name your idea, describe your idea. There's guidance text there as well to help you kind of throughout the process. And at any point, if you need further help, you can actually reach out to SimplyDo for help and guidance on your idea. I won't go over this too much because I'm going to go through an example idea shortly, but one interesting thing you can do is if you're actually kind of co-founding an idea with another entrepreneur, what you can do is you can come onto the Teams tab and you can actually collaborate with your business partner, with anybody else who has an interest in the idea. And to do that, you can just add a team member on the Teams tab, at which point that person will be able to come in, edit the idea, and you can kind of co-work on it. So at the point that you're happy with your idea, you could submit it using the top button at the right there, but I won't do that now because this is just a template one. So that's kind of how you can create your idea. If you're at a point where you kind of then created your idea, you've submitted it, what you can do is you can come in and engage with other people's ideas. So if we have a look at an example idea here, this is created by Claire, who's in the call today, and it's just an example idea to give people a concept of what goes in an idea. So we can kind of see that she's designed a clothing company. She's given a little bit of a description about what the company, who their target audience is, who they plan to engage with their products. She's mentioned some support opportunities that would be welcome. So this is where we reach out to her and offer some support ourselves. So she's mentioned access to co-working spaces would be useful, or she's interested in collaboration opportunities. There's also uploaded a kind of a logo. This one is obviously being nicely designed, but you don't have to put a lot of time into this. It could just be a scribble on a sticky note. Anything that helps your idea stand out and kind of portrays the context of your idea is great to add. And again, here Claire's uploaded a 60-second pitch, which kind of goes over the concept of her idea. This isn't something that you're at the stage where you have this at the moment. You don't need to worry about adding this. You could add any further context in this video section to help your idea stand out and help other people understand what your idea is about. And then earlier I kind of talked about how you can engage with other ideas and show support to people inside of this network. And the way you can do that is by liking and commenting on ideas. So you can see the like button in the top left of the screen here. And also you can leave a comment on any of the ideas. There's a lady here who's commented mentioning that maybe the target audience should be extended from the ages 13 to 40. So whatever feedback you might have and could add, you can do so here. So just as a summary here, what we've talked about inside of the challenge is creating an idea. It doesn't matter how much information you have to add to the idea at the moment. If you're able to put some context down and submit it, other people will be able to like and comment and give you feedback, provide further support around your idea. And so it's all about getting it out into the community, into the digital space, so that you can help build your idea. Outside of the challenge there, what you can do is you can join a group. So the groups tab is just up on the right-hand side here. They're segmented by region. So currently I'm in Cardiff, so the South West Wales region group would probably be suitable for me. However, feel free to hop in and out of any, because there'll be lots of members inside each, which perhaps will have interesting skills that you can use to collaborate with for ideas. So you can just join the group here. You'll land at kind of the summary page, which is just a little bit information about the group, what support is available in the group. But most importantly here, there is a members tab, which shows you the other women that are part of the group. And you can see things that they perhaps have skills or areas of skill in. So you can see there's a lady here, Camelia. She's a designer and furniture restorer. So perhaps if you have an idea that originates around textiles or anything, this could be an interesting opportunity to reach out and talk about the opportunity to collaborate, co-work, or also just share information and build your network inside of the digital idea space. I hope that that's kind of covered how you can use the platform to get your idea out there, engage with other ideas, join a group to also meet other people who are in a similar stage of creating a business idea like yourself, and you can reach out to them by dropping them a message through this members tab. And I'd encourage anybody who has time today or after this session to just join, just because it's all about building a network of women with similar kind of goals and interests. I'm going to stop sharing now. And I'm not sure if there are any questions on this right now, or if people would like to save that for later on in the process. But if not, I might hand back to Emily.
Yeah, a question that jumps out to me, to be honest, Paige, is how you know how you can find others to join and comment on their things. How do you find other people's ideas?
So to do that, you go to I'll share my screen again, that might be useful. But what you can do is from inside of the challenge, there's an ideas tab on the left-hand side, and this will have all of the ideas that have been submitted to the challenge. And from there, you can just click into an idea. So there's one about a school cookbook here created by a lady called Lorna, at which point you can see she's created this idea on by herself. And underneath, you can reach out to her by comment, or what you could do is click on her profile and you'll have a little overview and a little bit of information about Lorna. And if you wanted to reach out at this point, you could send her a message. There's also a link to her LinkedIn if you wanted to reach out through that platform as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, thank you. Lovely. Are there any more questions? No. Okay. Shall we hand over to Amanda now then? And if you do have any more questions, we can come back at the end. Thanks, Paige.
No problem.
There we go. Are you okay? Can you all see that? Fantastic. Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Amanda Keane. I'm the regional manager, or part of the regional management team in Business Wales for the South. Business Wales, we cover Pan Wales, so we have an office in North Wales and also in Mid and West. So my presentation and my sort of contact details I'm going to share with you today are all based around the South, which is quite a large area anyway. But if you are based in North or on the Mid and West area, then by all means you can come through me in terms of contact, and I can share your information if that's okay with you then across to the regional offices, okay? So in terms of Business Wales, what is Business Wales, in case you're not aware of Business Wales at all? So we're an enterprise support agency, okay? We're fully funded through the Welsh Government Service, and we provide all sorts of business advice and support to pre-start businesses, as well as businesses that have already started, so the existing businesses. Now, the support is varies, okay, and we can make the support tailored to an individual. So, for example, obviously we've just come out of COVID in terms of, you know, things went into lockdown and we delivered the service all digitally. So the one-to-ones were either done via the telephone or on Teams, and the workshops, which were in sort of various locations across Wales, then went on to virtually being delivered via webinars. So the good news is, you know, we all appreciate that we've gone out and about a bit more now, and so we are doing more of a hybrid version, okay? So some will be delivered again via webinars, because, you know, some people still find that is far more efficient in terms of travel and, you know, particularly with childcare and things like that. But we are actually delivering via workshops in various locations across Wales as well, which our team can discuss with you if you want to come through to Business Wales as a referral. We've got a client relationship team that can then discuss all options and what best suits you, okay? And in amongst that, then, when you speak to a client relationship officer, they can discuss, you know, our library of information in terms of guidance that we have as well, right from the very start. So even if it's just, you know, that seed has been planted and you've got a hobby possibly that you want to turn into a business, the client relationship officers, before advisors, can even discuss where you're at in your journey and how we can support you in building that confidence there then, okay? So throughout the support with Business Wales as well, we work very closely with Big Ideas Wales, so the under 25, Social Business Wales, and also Super Fast Business Wales for those that have started trading as well, okay? So the main sort of programs that we run from a sort of core level, and that is sort of your sole trader partnership, is the starting and running your own business. So as I said, that was a webinar. Now it's sort of a bit of both webinar and workshop. And the starting and running your own webinar covers lots of things. So thinking about your idea, you know, is it a business opportunity that is going to grow quickly, or is it something over time that we need to do a little bit more market research into? They're looking at legal status, any compliance, insurance that you might need, any startup funding, all of those things that you would consider right at the very early stages, you know, registering with HMRC, etc. So that's the main sort of workshop, which is starting and running your own business. But then we also then run workshops then outside of that, such as conducting your market research and planning your marketing activity. That drills down a little bit more into, you know, your market research, and also then having that plan and carrying that forward for your marketing activity, not just at startup level, but then when you're growing and your sort of social media presence and things like that. Tax and bookkeeping, registering with HMRC, looking at what options are there for you in terms of bookkeeping, and critical dates around the sort of when you should be handing in your figures, etc., to the Inland Revenue for your critical tax dates. Those then are looking to grow and looking at tender options. We also run a how to tender workshop as well. That can either be via a workshop or a one-to-one with a tendering advisor, okay? Because sometimes one-to-many is great, but also, as you all might appreciate, in terms of tender, there's specifics in every tender, and it might be that you'd prefer a one-to-one. But all of these options are available through all of the courses, actually. So all the ones I've said, you know, if it means that you would prefer a one-to-one, whether that's via Teams or meeting somewhere in a location across Wales, then we're able to do that for you, okay? So we've got quite a large advisory team, and so the advisory team that reports into myself are the core business advisors. So as I said, they're sort of the single entrepreneurs or a sole trader, you know, partnership, very sort of early stages. We have 12 business advisors across the south, and pleased that 50% split as well of females to males, which is great. We have environmental specialists that talk to you about sort of what we run is the Green Growth Pledge. You may have heard about the Green Growth Pledge or the Green Goal, and looking at options there then to sort of to sort of market your business as well, and to look at sort of the equality pledge is another version of what we do, which is more around, you know, how ethical is your business, you know, in terms, does it promote equal opportunities for all, okay? So we have a HR advisor, a tendering advisor, international trade for those that are looking to export as well, and also a disabled people's employment advisor who works very closely with the Welsh Government champions there as well, and looking at options available to people with a disability within Wales. Skills Gateway advisors, looking at any potential apprenticeships that are available, any training courses, if again you're wanting to grow and take on somebody maybe part-time, and looking at the options that's available there, and also mentoring. So a lot of clients come through the Business Wales service and they've been supported by a business advisor, but after that they just want somebody who's almost a critical friend just to touch base with as frequent as they want to be honest, and then we have over 500 mentors across Wales that we can match them to depending on what they're looking for in terms of expertise there. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about today is really good opportunity within Business Wales. We've run 2 already, and this is the 3rd one, which is the Business Wales Barriers to Startup grant. Now, this time there's 2, so there's one for the under 25s, which is being supported by Big Ideas Wales, and there's one then for the 25-year-old and over, which is being supported by the Business Wales team and our team here. And what it is, it's a grant of £2,000 that's that you're eligible for, or up to £2,000, depending on what you need in order to start your business. And the purpose of the grant is to allow people that are economically inactive or unemployed at the moment, over 25, and starting a business in Wales. Okay, so that's this very, very light touch in terms of the criteria. It's just that starting a business in Wales and you're either unemployed or economically inactive. Okay. Now, the grant itself, as I said, is £2,000, and it's the Welsh Government's employability and skills plan, really, to achieve a fair and equitable labour market in Wales. So what they want to do is to create more equal opportunities in Wales and a society that enables people to fulfil their potential, no matter what their background or circumstances, and making sure there's an inclusive workforce that reflects society and all communities. Okay, so that's kind of what this grant is about. So how to apply for this grant? So the first thing an individual must do is if you go onto the Business Wales website, there is a section about the barriers to startup grant on there, and it gives you the options then on whether you're under 25 or over 25. And then what you'd need to do is just fill out an expression of interest form. Again, it's very, very light touch. And then that application form then needs to be returned to the email address there. I can send across to anybody who wants to send me their details after today. I can send across the information as well, which obviously highlights where the expression of interest needs to be sent to, but it is on the website, okay? So once then the expression of interest has been received into the Business Wales team, what we do is we arrange then support. So one of the caveats of the grant is that you have support from Business Wales, which is great because it gives you stepping stones to be able to write a business plan or sort of cash flow forecast, enabling us to see how successful or when you think your business is going to start, and giving you that one-to-one support and confidence building throughout from the very, very beginning. Okay. So the grant has to be for it's revenue only, okay, for expenditure that appears on a P&L. And there's a maximum as well of £1,000 in terms of equipment. So you could purchase a laptop, but it can't be over £1,000. The two things that aren't eligible under it are mobile phones and tablets. They allow for laptops, but unfortunately not mobile phones and tablets. But again, the advisor can go through this in a lot more detail for you, okay? And we can add what's eligible and what's not within it. All right. So thank you for listening to me. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer any questions. But I'll leave that on there a second, just for you to jot down some contact details. So the Business Wales number in the south is 01656 868 500, and you come through, as I said, to the client relationship officers. They'll have a lovely chat with you and just understand where you are in your business journey, whether you pre-start, existing, whether you don't really know where you want to go at the moment, and we can help you from the very, very early stages to build your confidence there as well. Or you can email us at southwales@businesswales.org. Okay. I'm conscious I've just rambled on, but I'm trying to make sure I go through it as quickly as I can, but to let you know about the grant, because it is very important, and it's literally been launched last week. And last time it was quite a short period, but now it's on to March 2023. So it's not so much of a rush, but it's good for you to be aware of it if that is something you're considering. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Amanda, for that. Does anyone have any questions? No? Well, as Amanda said, do send her an email if you do have more questions. If you think of something later on, or if you just don't want to ask it now, that's fine. Just send her an email. And the same with the SimplyDo platform as well. If you need a bit more support on that, send an email to either us or Paige or Claire from SimplyDo. And they can help answer your questions. So thank you everyone for being on this call today, and I hope it's helped you get more of an idea of the support that is available around starting up a business. And yeah, reach out if you need any other support. So that's it from us. Thanks again, and have a nice rest of your day. All right,
Thanks
bye-bye.
so much. It's really interesting. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.